group. But there are really two types of status: ascribed status and achieved status. Okay? In ascribed status, the status is automatic, so you don't have a choice. In other words, it's an involuntary status. And some examples of minor status because it's race or sex. Not much you can do about that. On the other hand, achieved status requires some effort, and there's a choice involved. For instance, marriage partner, or the type of education, or for that matter, the length of time in school. Well, these are choices, achievements, and so they fall under the category of achieved status. So that brings us to the status set. A status set is a combination of all statuses that an individual has. Me, for example, I'm professor, but I'm also a husband and a father and a son, since my husband is still living. So in each of these statuses, I have certain behaviors that are expected because of the status. Okay. All of the behaviors. I mean, a role is the behavior expected because of the status. Okay, back to status. Back to status set. All of the status. Husband, father, son, professor, combined to form the status set. And each of the statuses have certain expectations. Let me use that professor status again. So as a professor, I have a teaching role, and I have to prepare questions. As I expected. I also advise students, write assignment, and evaluate my students. This role is very different expectations. Have very different expectations. As a researcher, I have to design studies, raise funds for grants, and then perform the research. And finally, I write article to the so I think you shall remove that sometimes role conflict can occur. Let me say that again. Role conflict. And that means that meeting the expectations for one role will cause problems for individuals trying to meet other expectations that differ. Okay, let's say one of my students is dating my daughter. I don't recommend this, but anyway. I may have role strengths that you can recommend to role conflict because it will be difficult for me to meet the expectation for my role as a teacher. When the student comes to my house, I will have to memorize my students' part, and my role requires me to welcome a guest into my home. And form an opinion about someone who wants to take my daughter out on the day. The textbook, actually. Status refers to a position. Okay, next.
The acacia is a genus of trees and shrubs of the mimosa family that originated in Australia and has long been used in building simple mud and stick structures there. The acacia is called a wattle in Australia, and the structures are made of wattle stuck together with daub, which is a kind of mud adobe. Now this is interesting. The acacia is related to the family of plants known as legumes, and I'm sure you remember that legumes include peas, beans, lentils, peanuts, and pods with bean-like seeds. Some acacias actually produce edible crops, but other acacia varieties are valued for the sticky resin called gum arabic, or gum acacia, and that is used widely in medicines, foods, and perfumes. A few varieties are grown for the dark, dense wood, which is just excellent for making pianos, or for the bark that is very rich in tannin, a dark, acidic substance used to cure the hides of animals to make leather. Let's see. Nearly 500 species of acacia have been identified and categorized and proven capable of survival in hot and generally arid parts of the world. But only a dozen of the 300 Australian varieties seem to thrive in the southern United States. Most acacia imports are low, spreading trees, but of these, only 3 flower. The Bailey acacia has fern-like silver leaves and small, fragrant flowers arranged in sort of rounded clusters. The silver wattle is similar to the Bailey acacia, but it grows about twice as high, and the Sydney golden wattle is bushy with broad, flat leaves, and it's the golden wattle with the showy, bright yellow blossoms. Okay. The black acacia is also called the blackwood. It has dark green foliage, and the blossoms are rather ordinary. But besides being a popular ornamental tree, the black acacia is considered valuable for its dark wood, which is used in making furniture and musical instruments. I think I mentioned that acacias are used to make pianos. Well, a piano made of black acacia is highly prized in the musical world. Now, some of you may have heard that the acacia's unique custom of blossoming in February in the United States has something to do with its Australian origins. But that just isn't so. It isn't the date. It's the quality of light that makes a difference for the flowering cycle of a tree. As you know, in the southern hemisphere, the seasons are reversed, and February, which is wintertime in the United States, is summertime in Australia. Actually, however, the pale yellow blossoms appear in August in Australia. So, whether it grows in the northern or the southern hemisphere, the acacia blossoms in winter. The acacia is a genus of tree